Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. Today we're looking at the Houston Astros, and we're taking a look at their pregame BP, and we're going to talk about some of the things that they do that are a little bit different than most teams, and something that I really think is helpful and can help you guys out. Before we get into it, today's video is sponsored by Super Speed Slugger. So with our Antonelli baseball teams, we use Super Speed Slugger's overload, underload training bats. They're really, really good. We've had a lot of success with them. We really recommend that you check them out. If you go to the description box below, click on the link. It's going to take you over to their site. You'll be able to check them out and see what they're all about. We really recommend that you do so. Okay, so here's a little clip here of, here's a little clip of Altuve here. And so this is the last round of BP. And you can see that this isn't your normal batting practice right here. So right here, the batting practice pitcher is throwing hard, right? So he's close, and he's throwing firm. And Altuve's fouling balls off. He's not squaring balls up. You know, he'll square a few up. He'll foul a couple off. And so he's competing right here. This is not your average or typical batting practice round. And this is one of the things that I'm really interested in, because baseball is one of those sports where practice is oftentimes not anywhere close to game speed in any area, in hitting and fielding, right? The game and practice oftentimes is very different. And I'm a big fan of trying to make practice more like a game. And so one way you can do that, we've talked about this in the past a little bit, but one way that I like to do it when it comes to hitting is this right here. So move the L screen up and literally throw hard. And so I have a little chart that basically tells you, okay, how hard do you have to throw as a BP pitcher from a certain distance to be able to get it to be game speed? And so that's what I try to do. And we'll have games where we compete, and it's not every round, okay? But you know, we'll take our normal BP rounds also, but I want to be able to have at least a portion of the practice, of the workout, to be game-like, right? So that we can improve on, you know, what's going to help us in the game, what we're going to see in the game. And so I like to break up practices kind of in two ways. One part of practice is where we're working on our swing, right? So we're doing some tee work, some flip work. We're doing things where we can kind of think about our mechanics, and we're trying to improve our swing. But then there's also a portion of practice where we're working on just hitting, right? And the hitting portion is game-like. It's creating tempo and rhythm and being on time and being able to be on multiple pitches. So maybe I mix in, you know, some breaking balls, or maybe I take a little bit off of certain pitches. You know, it's not about just laying in the perfect pitch every single time and having home run derby, but it's about being able to compete. It's about being able to cover the entire plate, right? And so this is exactly how we do it. And a lot of times I'll put us into counts. You know, we'll go 1-1 counts and we'll play a game. And you know, I'll give a guy 3 outs, and we'll keep track of what every ball is. You know, is it a hit? And we'll put runners on, and you know, the way we usually play is a foul ball's an out, and a non-hit's an out, and we see who's the first one. Can you score before I get you out 3 times? And so I really like to compete with the guys. I want to make it game-like. I like competition. I think players, you know, the game is about competition, and so I want to make practice about competition. I think it brings the best out of the players. And again, the main idea is to make practice, if you can, as tough, if not tougher than the game. That will make the game easy. But if you're always practicing below game speed, the game is tough. It gets really, really tough. You know, hitting is hard. All aspects of baseball are hard. And so you've got to practice. You know, you've got to raise the difficulty in practice, or else the speed of the game is just too fast for you. So this is a great way to help slow the game down by making practice hard. And the Astros do it. Altuve does it. I've seen Correa do it. I've seen Bregman do it. And so, really interesting stuff. Let me know if you guys do this. If you're a coach or a player, if you guys do this, how you work your BP rounds. I'd be interested to hear. Let me know if you have any questions again in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, share the video with all your friends, all that good stuff. Give it a thumbs up. Check out the description box below. We got a bunch of stuff down there as well. And that's all we got. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you later.